I want to say love and light, black power to you black people. I just want to remind you, we out here on 125th Street doing the work. This is my bookstore right here, Harlem Universal. That's how we do, bringing the knowledge to the people. But I also want to let you know that we also keeping Dr. Felder's legacy alive through his work. Alright, I want to say love and light, black power to you black people. I just want to remind you, we out here on 125th Street doing the work. This is my bookstore right here, Harlem Universal. That's how we do, bringing the knowledge to the people. But I also want to let you know that we also keeping Dr. Felder's legacy alive through his work, his books. This little pamphlet is called Should African People Celebrate the 4th of July Day, not the 4th of July Day. We also got Should African People Celebrate Halloween? We got True and Accurate Moments in African People's History and Culture, right? He published most of these in the 80s and 90s. Should African People Celebrate George Washington's birthday? That criminal, as Dr. Khalid Muhammad reminds us, that criminal George Washington. Should African people celebrate Columbus Day? That criminal, should they celebrate that holiday? And also we have, should African people celebrate misgiving? Not Thanksgiving or giving thanks, but misgiving, because it's misplaced thanks for our people when we celebrate these holidays. And we also have a book published by him called Comedicism, right? By one of his good friends. This is from the Dr. Jack Felder Publishing Company, by his good friend Dr. Osaga Odak, that he met when he lived in Kenya. And we also have Dr. Felder's book on AIDS that he did. This is the one that kind of put him on the map. He was a biochemist. He worked at Fort Detrick Labs out in Maryland. He worked in labs in Chicago and Boston, and he put this book together back in the mid to late 80s to warn the African community, the African world, that AIDS was a man-made disease that was designed to curb the population, destabilize the black population across the world. If you look at the history, it was a white male homosexual disease that slowly in time became a black African or Afro-Caribbean, African-American disease. So this is the book with the documents and proof, as you see, that he wrote and published in 1986, I believe. But you definitely can get this from me out here and online. And the book that he's well known for as well is From the Statue of Liberty to the Statue of Bigotry, right? Liberty meaning liberation. He uncovered through his travels as a young man in Europe that the Statue of Liberty was designed to be a black woman, and by the time in the mid 1880s, when the tide had turned and white people from the South and the North got back together, they said no, they didn't want a black woman in New York Harbor, and I'm sounding just like him, it's crazy. but they didn't want a black woman in New York Harbor, so they turned it actually into a white woman representing some illumination, some Illuminati, New World Order type of energy. But anyway, these are the books. I just wanted to give that drop and just tell my dad, you know, Happy Earth Day, BB Toomey, Black Power, Dr. Jack Felder Day, hashtag it, follow us, Baba TV for life, Sonetta TV, Black Power, Black Love, Black Unity. Peace.
Peace, good brother Baba. It is also always a treat to be before your camera and get an opportunity to speak to your loyal and trusting audience. Yeah, we're here to honor the great Dr. Jack Felder. And for those who are a part of underground, grassroots, guerrilla journalism, this is where we must come to pay homage, one, and to read into the books. They had to open up the books for Dr. Felder. You know, those heavenly books had to part to give this honorable noun ancestor his due. And in the fashion of underground grassroots guerrilla journalism, where a regular journalist right now would really seriously go through this page after page bio of quotes, references. He was a prolific author. I mean, literally pages here. But I'm going to go back deep into the African tradition, which is an oral tradition where our history is passed on, because I am speaking about a man that I sat at the feet of. I know all of us know the Dr. Benz and the Dr. Clarks, peace be upon them, those great ancestors now. But it's something special when you have 10, 20 close years with a noun ancestor, but at that time an elder, that was available to give counsel, to give instruction, direction, strong advice too. You know, he wasn't an elder that bit his tongue. If there was something he felt you needed to know, or something he observed that he needed to bring your attention to for you to get a little better in, as an honorable elder, he would make that clear. And those are the ones that we least need to lose, especially critical times that we're facing. But it's never a good time to lose an elder, but to lose an on-the-ground elder, because there's some elders that all they do is lecture or work and speak, which is honorable. But I'm saying it was just so special to come out here. You know, you remember that movie about football, Any Given Sunday. We could make a ideological equivalent. Any given Saturday, that retired elder would be out here with his decades of knowledge, insight, and understanding on hand. Now, depending upon if you're lucky enough, if you're patient enough, because as quiet as it kept, I think sometimes there was a little line. You know, people just, you know, biding their time when a brother or sister that might be getting that wisdom and you kind of wanted to, and if you had time, 20, 30 minutes, you would lay until you can sit and say, you know, elder, I was thinking, or as I said, he would even call you over if he felt it was something you was overlooking that he needed to bring to you. So we're here to honor Dr. Jack Felder. Just on this day, I would like to say personally, in losing my father some 12 years now, it's a void that can never be filled. And as a matter of fact, you don't realize how big it is until those years tick further. The only solace, in my case, I found that those lessons just elevate, get stronger and clearer. The lessons you may not fully had understood as a younger man, and even if in many of them, especially father-sons, there are times where heads clash, and depending upon how those clashes go, that father-son bond will go strongly as a father-son bond should, or sometimes it becomes fragmented. You know, peace. How you doing, good brother? I've known brothers, I mean good brothers, but brothers that that bond, that father-son bond, there was a rift that from his version was insurmountable. And though those are one of the most heart-wrenching divisions to observe. I'm sure all of them, a sister and to a sister, brother, father, son, daughter, mother, all of them. But when they're fragmented, but to stay on point, you know, we're honoring an elder who brought great sons to us, and Nova, his son, who works side by side with him out here, is beginning what is going to be a legacy of honoring. And you know, here in New York, you know, y'all know my history, South Bronx, Harlem, straight up. I'm repping both. But you know, Brooklyn does some really nice things. And I'm gonna have to read from this, but they have some more right there at that table. We're honoring Dr. Jack Felder. So Brooklyn is doing some wonderful things. I was down at the ceremony they had for Prince. Oh man, Spike really knows how to put an event on. So if you're ever in New York, get to Brooklyn to Spike's Jam. I believe it's on. I should have this down. I'll get my journalism title one of these days. But I believe it's on his birthday, if I'm not mistaken. But here, so we're starting 2018. So 50 years from now, 2068. Yes, 2068. When folks are going through the Rolodex, it started when we demonstrated to the community how we elevate the name of one who did for us what is so needed and what is so noble. Also, I am going to have an honor of having both his sons on hand. One you'll know very, very easily, Brother Nova, but I also would like to have his other son come right in. And just as I was mentioning, so step in. I'm going to bring him up to speed. I'm just bringing you up to speed as to what we were speaking about too. I'm going to wait till your other brother gets here so you can both hear it.
Good? All right.
And now, Bob, are you picking all three of us up good, or do we you gotta go back a little, or good? Okay. So just to bring y'all up, we were just going over, you know, what your father meant, and the example I was using is, I mean, we know the names of the Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark, and the wonderful work they left. I was explaining how special it is to have someone who transitioned that we touched every day, and you can sit with for an hour or two. I mean, you know, when we did get to hear those, mostly we were inside the audience, which is great. Yeah. But you could be in a car and sitting with an elder on that level. And I had said, and then I'm gonna turn it over to you all. I think sometimes there was a little line to get like a little bit of that knowledge. People just kind of waiting. You know, brother might be in there getting his ear filled, so you don't want to bum rush him. But like, yo, I need some of that too. Right. Because he fed so many, man. He fed people, their heart, their spirits. Like he knew what you needed, gave you a little bit of it, and made your day easier to go through. Yeah, so, brothers, either one of you just build on that about this day.
Well, yeah, you know, we here in Harlem honoring our father, Dr. Jack Felder. Today, July 14th, his birthday is actually June 14th, 1939, and next year we're going to do it around his actual Earth Day. So, but this year we decided to do it now. We organized it, we put it together. But the important thing is to understand, like I said at the signing of the TV Awards, right? Like I said, I wasn't deserving of the award, not because I didn't deserve the award because of the work that I do, because it's the work that the Creator put me here to do. But my father was that type of man. He always taught us to stay close to the people, to stay humble, right? To be respectful, to understand your environment. He always told me that the college you went to is not the real world. The urban suburb that you grew up in Queens is not the real world. That this Harlem, 125th Street, south side of Chicago, or whatever hood you might be from, that's the real world, the visceral world. And as far as you said, Herman, about him always giving you those nuggets, you know, unfortunately, even though we were right next to him, sometimes you take it for granted, right?
It's but always that way.
When you take it for granted, and I'm not saying now I realize it, I always knew my father was one hell of a man. Right. But my man,
you had it so
oh man,
one hell of a man.
One hell of a man.
He was the trash talker to his dad. As a matter of fact, he's one of the few that can match wits, because
I did.
But you was able to, like,
well, I was messing with him.
You know, he was messing with him in a loving way, but their minds were John. And then if you were around to hear it, you still pick something up.
That's
so
right.
It was just beautiful.
Yeah, but just saying that, you know, my dad walked with Dr. Ben. He walked with Dr. Clark. He was very close to Dr. Clark towards Dr. Clark's end of his life. And a matter of fact, the 20th anniversary of Dr. Clark's passing is coming this month. The end of the month, I think it's June 25th or 28th. And out in Brooklyn, y'all can Google it, they're having a tribute that they've been doing for the last 20 years to honor Dr. Clark, right? My father basically interned for the man. He loved the man to death. He was with him, and I just wish I had that opportunity. But I guess that's how you're saying, like how he was close to Dr. Clark. For brothers and sisters, now Dr. Felder represented that, as Dr. Ben did, who just passed away 5-6 years away. Exactly. 5-6 years ago. But you know what it is? We have to honor our own. This is what I'm saying. We out here, we ain't get no permits, right? We put all this up for Dr. Felder. We got my man DJ Dame out here DJing just to bring some love and light, because that's what we are. We wake the dead. We the oncticians, right? You got the mortician that prepare you for under the ground. But while you alive and you the walking dead, us oncticians out here, we wake that third eye. We take that onk and touch it on your forehead, and that third eye wakes back up. The calcification stops. And that's what Dr. Felder would want us to continue to do, to continue to push back against a system that's oppressive, right? Today, the police came out here to stop us. Right? They want to tell us, measure how much space you can have. They want to tell us you can play music or you can't play music, where to stand, where not to stand, what to say and what not to say. So we have to always push back and always read and study and exercise your mind, exercise your body, and exercise your spirit. On that, I'm going to let my brother, my younger older brother, Quasar, you know what I'm saying, follow his Instagram, Quasi Stella. He's a workout beast. Y'all can learn something at Quasi Stella. You know what I'm saying? We got Herman is the elder, but then we got young Quasi Stella right here.
Good looking trim.
Right.
And I say
really,
right on top, when you are a physical example of what you teach,
of course.
That's right.
That'll put you at a level where he needs to listen to.
Right. But here, what you got to say, Q?
I'm not a man of many words. I'm gonna say my brother said a lot of things, right? You know, I do miss Pops. That's Dr. Jack Felder, but I know him as Pops. He trusts me. He's dropped plenty of nuggets to me and Nova growing up throughout our lives. But he also let us venture out and figure things out on our own. But he always used to tell us, don't venture too far from home. Don't give up on your people, man. They come from the same blood, the same DNA as you. So don't ever give up on your people. And Harlem is home. He was actually christened in Harlem,
Williams Institution,
in Williams Institution, right up the street where Pops was actually late. Yes. So I'll just say what my Pops' last few words to me was, stay black and stay strong. And that's literally, he said that to me and my brother before his passing. So trust me, remember what's in your DNA. We're great people. We are basically the missing pages of history, so go find it. Don't wait on anybody to teach you about yourself. All right? Peace.
Well, and just
beautiful.
Social media too, and
beautiful.
How do we keep this going? Because I made an example. I love Spike and even Prince fans. I ain't got none of that. But I went down to Brooklyn. They got a nice thing going on. But that was musically. We are going to. I predicted it to the future. This will grow 10, 20 years, especially the way we're doing it. So we are going to have an event. You're going to come to Harlem to celebrate Dr. Felder Day or Dr. Vella, whatever his name that you'll decide. We're gonna support you.
Matter of fact, we are in the works. By next year, we're gonna have his institute, the Dr. Jack Felder Foundation. It'll be Dr. Jack Felder Institute, but a foundation that's gonna focus on, you know, he was a scientist, right? He was a man of action, right? He was a man. He was an activist, right? He was a man of wisdom. So we want the foundation to represent that, and it will. You know, we're gonna have it two sides. We're gonna have the philanthropic side that's gonna help young people, African American, Afro-Latinos, Afro-Caribbean, because he was about his people that are in the science, technology, right? Education, engineering, the arts, activism, and mathematics, and of course, Ma'at, right? So we want that scholarship side to represent that. But then the other side of the foundation, we're looking at keeping his legacy and his words alive. So video archives, things like that, because he did a lot of work out here because of brother Sanetta and Sanetta TV. And he also wrote a lot of books and pamphlets that, you know, you can find out here with us on 125th Street online. His book on AIDS, his book on the holidays, him and his brother Ishaka Musa Barashango banging on the holidays and what they mean to us as a people, right? And what they don't mean to us, right? And so he always reminded, so we're gonna rebrand his books through, you know, the Dr. Jack Felder Publishing Company, which will be part of that foundation. So those are the things that we have to do, and this is just the lessons that we have to we have to continually remember our ancestors. We so busy on Sundays running to pray to a white Jesus that ain't never really do anything for us. Right? So we have to be clear on, we have to honor our ancestors before they go and after they go by doing the work, actually doing the work, right? And the work is not easy. Like last night, my brother will tell you, we did our first event. It's at Ghana Pilgrimage. You can check it out. We helped raise some money with some young people at Brooklyn College, and to do the event wasn't easy. It was difficult. We sacrificed money. We sacrificed our time. We sacrificed our God-given energy to continue helping people that look like us, because that's what we're supposed to do. Sadnetta last week did the Sadnetta TV Awards. By no means was that easy to do. It was very difficult, right? But those are the sacrifices. And I had to tell some people and a police officer a few weeks ago that this is not about money. When we're out here vending, when we're talking, we're here. This is about a true energy exchange. Like I said, I called us the Oncticians. That's who we are, right? We're awakening the dead. This is the work. All the vending is, or selling at a bookstore, whatever you want to call it, is a medium for us to interchange information so we can share and grow, right? As individuals. Because don't get it twisted, I grow too when I'm interacting with the customers and the community out here. Because I learn everything from these people.
And I don't want to lose a thought, because everything you're saying is, I said, I don't want to lose this thought. When you said sacrifice, man, and we'll be out here tonight saying everything, because you know this, but they don't know this. Before, when he's in the Board of Education, he was cleared every year.
Oh yeah, every year. 30 years, 30 times they try to fire him.
Every year. So you said sacrifice.
He sacrificed.
And did he waver?
No, never. Not once. Not once.
He saw a black child, he went over there and did. So and the other point, oh man, there's the other one I want to make, but that definitely is sacrifice. So if you don't love your people like that, you know, go have a seat. Right. Because that's the commitment that's going to get changed. So we got so many go along to get along Negroes. What, I can't do that? Okay, boss.
Let me ask you a question. Will Condoleezza Rice ever get a holiday?
She better not, you know.
No.
Will Justice Clarence Thomas ever get a holiday?
No.
So Dr. King has a holiday. Exactly. We created our own holiday for Malcolm X. We commemorate Gabriel Prosser. We commemorate all of the ancestors that sacrificed for us.
Right.
We remember them. When them Negroes, bootlicking Negroes, whatever you want to call them, Uncle Toms pass away, nobody will remember them. Yes. And guess who? Even their enemies will not remember them.
Exactly.
Because the enemies know that the ones that stood up to them are the true people. And they even honor Dr. King. Even though it was a fight, they have to honor Dr. King, Harriet Tubman, and all of those ancestors from our side that did the work. I mean, look in Jamaica. Even they had to put Nanny on the money. And that money was being made in England, right? Because she was a woman that sacrificed for her people. Frederick Douglass used to always say, right? Without no struggle, there is no progress.
Yes, and right? No. So let me say this point to give it back to you. The other thing, now, because it just hit me, they don't know this, but this stuff we talking about, and see, other thing about conscious community, it ties everything in. Everything about the holidays and not celebrating it, this has got like a 30, 25, your father was ahead of all of this.
He was doing that. He was doing
the year that he wrote a lot of these
My father was writing those books, you talking about in the mid-80s. Yes. So you talking about like 84, 85. Of course, okay. Since it's July, it's the 4th of July Day. Should black people celebrate the 4th of July Day? Should black African people celebrate Misgiving Day? Should African people Halloween?
No.
Should African people
No.
Should African people celebrate Halloween? Yeah, you talking about 40 years ago, 30, 40 years ago.
Ready to defend it.
Ready.
You know, and then tourists would come and lean over the table because I'm out here. And then he would lay traps for them. He would lay back like, yeah, let him come over here. And no matter what part of this globe they came from, he never wavered. Yeah, never wavered.
All those little pamphlets.
So that's, I just wanted him to know this. He was on the line about this, teaching. This ain't new things he did 5 years ago.
And let me tell you, now see, after he passed, you know, like, we had to go through, we still going through a lot of his stuff, his papers. So I found his stuff from graduate school. Right? So when I'm looked at it, he got stuff. Remember, he got he got degrees in science and education, right? So he was writing dissertation about black education and using science and talking about teaching about Daniel Hale Williams and black scientists to teach black history and culture to his students. See, and what's crazy is, Quay, because I don't know if I showed it to you, that's what he was using to teach us. Remember, he would give us those printouts every summer, and we had to read it and then answer the questions and write the essays. This is what he was doing from his dissertation. So, a matter of fact, he was experimenting on us when we was children in his classroom. So that's why he was so vehement about helping and loving his people. He put everything he had into that. And you know what? And you can speak to this, Herman. To his last days, let me tell you, he got sick in October 2017. The week before he got sick, he was right here. So that, like Farrakhan say, you got to die on your post when you're a man like that, when you're a woman like that.
They gotta carry you off your post, man.
That's how you do it. There's no retiring. He never retired.
If you got something in you, you're gonna make your way.
That's right. He never retired.
No other way.
Dr. Felder never retired. Never retired.
From us, he never retired. From them,
yes.
He got off
from
that
the system.
the plantation. Yeah, and even then, he was a rebellious slave.
Oh yeah, yes.
You know, they had to check him constantly.
Yes, they did.
That warrior spirit.
Yes. And you know, we love the man. You know, we just Google him. Watch his videos, come out here, buy his books. Dr. Jack Felder, keep it alive, you know. Look his lectures that he used to give on right here in the Apollo Theater with Gary Bird, right? There's an archive for that. You can listen to him there when he was a young, strong lion, right?
Hey, let's not omit his work with Nan.
Oh, of course.
He was ready to take one for them too.
Of course.
Because at that time he seemed to be the most relevant active leader.
Yes.
He was willing to look at ideology.
Yes. And my father was a member of. He was also a member of National Action Network. He was a member of United African Movement, and I would think that to the last days he stayed an active member of CMOTAP. That's a committee to eliminate media offense to the African people. Yes.
Herman, you know, I'm going down. I'm like, yo, and I got down there.
Yes.
Always teaching, always giving.
Y'all probably don't know those organizations, but those are organizations. Yes, look them up. Those are organizations in New York that held the line and still holding the line many times against police brutality, right? Against injustice in the media, right? CMOTAP was formed to protect Gil Noble when they were trying to run his show off the air.
Listen to how the dots are connected, because that's what they say. They said the conscious community, just people just fly out of nowhere. Listen to Roots. This is the history. No, this is tightly woven.
And let me tell you, me and my brother, we tell you, we was raised in it. I mean, from little Wednesday nights, going to United African Movement. Saturday mornings, National Action Network. Saturday afternoon, we're going to First World Alliance. Peace to Sister Keppa, God rest her soul, right? So that's how you have to raise. So we've been doing this. Being woke, being conscious is not new. We've always pushed back against our oppression and our oppressors, right? Because that's what was necessary. Without that pushback, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
Right? People, look, this street we standing on is named for Dr. Martin Luther King. Most of the streets that run up and down parallel to the street are named for Frederick Douglass, named for Adam Clayton Powell, named for Malcolm X. The Morris Park is named for Marcus Garvey. So come on, we didn't get that because our enemy was saying, oh, y'all are such good. Nah. So we had to push back. And that's the living legacy of my father. I did a lecture called Fearless, Faithful Father. That's for my father, because that's who he was. He was fearless. He was faithful to the end to his people, right? And he was a beautiful father. And he wasn't just me and Quasar's father, right?
He was a community.
He was Sanetta's father. He was Herman's father, right? He was Baba's father. He was everybody's father that would come to him. He brought advice and for love. That's what he would do. So you have to understand that that's the type of man that we need. These are the type of men that we need in our community, right? We have to stand up against our oppression, We have to do continue to do what's right. We have to stick by our children no matter what.
You're the older brother, right?
I'm the eldest. I look the youngest. I'm the eldest. My brother Quasar.
I'm the younger.
He's a younger big brother. You see, big, younger and big, right? But I'm just saying, you know, that's what you have to do. You have to be fearless in whatever you do, and you have to be faithful to what you do, right?
Yes.
You have to be, and those are the things, those are the principles that we emulate. That's what Dr. Felder was about. We all emulate those in our lives. We will definitely move forward and be in a better direction and have a better tomorrow. But you know, you can follow me at Harlem Ensemble on Instagram, or Nova Felder at Facebook, Afro Vegan on Twitter, at Afro Vegan. You can follow my brother at Quasi Stella on Instagram, or Quasar Felder on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We out here doing the work. We got some things coming up. Keep your ear to the ground. Once again, I want to thank Baba. Baba's part of the music. He let me hold his speaker today. Black Power. Look at it. Shout out to DJ Dame. You know what I'm saying? That's my man Dame over there. He been DJing out here for us all day for 7 hours.
Does he have a site or something?
Yeah. You follow him on Facebook, Damian Trent, or you can follow him on Instagram at Damian Trent. He's a good brother. He's an educator too. You know, we out here doing the work. He's in the school system doing the work, helping our children, teaching history.
Yeah,
shout out to Brother Will.
The people pumping. He had the music flowing. If you need him, get the brother. He do music.
Oh yeah. Move it over. Yeah.
Why y'all didn't bring the chair out?
Timmy had it. Yo, we want to give a shout out to Brother Will. You know what I'm saying? Without Will, I could not have done this today. The brother held me down. He printed out the booklet. We're gonna upload it as a PDF so you can look at it. The life and times of Dr. Felder the Great. Brother Willie, without you, this couldn't have been possible. Give Baba TV some words and some wisdom that Dr. Felder left with you.
Baba TV and Sanada TV is the greatest.
Yes.
They're the greatest. They get our information out in the airways all around the world. Look at Baba TV and Sanada TV if you want the true information, the information about the people. Sanada and Baba TV got the true information. Yes. Now to Dr. Jack Felder, the great Dr. Jack Felder. Yes, who laid down the foundation for the brothers and sisters here across the world. Okay? Dr. Jack Felder is a soldier, a warrior. Stayed on the front lines for us to the end, to the bitter end. His last words to me when I asked him on his hospital bed, right near his son, I said to him, I said, Dr. Jack Felder, what do you want me to say to the people, to the black people of this country? What are your last words? You know, if you wanted something to say, he turned around and he looked at me and he said, tell the people to stay black and stay strong. That's a powerful saying.
That is not, we're not messing that up. I got it on video.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
This man, he fought so long. He fought the good fight, as they say. Okay? He fought the good fight. You know? I tell you, if y'all didn't meet such a great man, y'all wish y'all could have met a great man, right? That was out here on 125th Street every weekend, talking to the people, trying to get black people to read.
But when he retired back in 01, he was out here every day. When he was in his early 60s. And he would come out here on his own, because I was still in college. He would come out here on his own, right? And I'd be like, Pops, you know what? I'm coming out with you, right? And I started coming out, getting beat back, reconnected to our community, to our people. But that's the type of dedication, like you, Willie. Willie worked 5 days a week. Then he come out here almost every weekend.
That's right.
And work on Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday if you get a 3-day or 4-day weekend. Right? That's the type of dedication that it takes to uplift your people, to be an onctician. That's the word that we calling ourselves now. The onctician, right? The morticians put you in the ground. The oncticians wake the dead and decalcify the pineal gland. But I want to say thank you. Continue to do the work. Continue to give Dr. Felder prayer. And tell the people where they can find you. Tell them to follow you.
Brothers and sisters, black family, peace and black power, black family. You can reach me.
The cops, turn it down.
Yeah. You can reach me, brothers and sisters. My email address is knowthyself06902@yahoo.com. That is KNOWTHYSELF06902@yahoo.com. You can reach me. Drop me an email. Or you can come out here. I'm always out here on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 6. I got information on science, philosophy. I got information on us as a people, on self. I got information on health, ancient philosophies, ancient religions, ancient spirituality. I got stuff on the occult science. I got stuff on Morris science. I got stuff on math. If you come out here, you can get this information from 9 to 6 every Saturday, every Sunday. You come see me, right? Brother Dr. Felder, your wisdom has enlightened me to continue on this path. You have enlightened me to stay on these front lines to fight this war. This is a war we are at. This is a war. The real war is on the streets of America. Not in Iraq or Afghanistan, what they want you to believe, but the real war is here. The real war is here in America, and we're under attack. They're trying to get our minds, brothers and sisters. They're trying to control our minds. What did Carter G. Woodson say? If you control a man's thinking, you don't have to worry about what? His actions. You don't have to worry about his actions. Okay? We at war, brothers and sisters, and this is the war we are fighting here for survival, to live. We're under attack. Once again, my name is Information Minister, Brother Willie, and today is Dr. Felder's Day. It's Dr. Felder's Day. That's why we're doing this. We're doing this for Dr. Felder. Get some of these pictures. Get some of these signatures. What we're doing. This is a great man. This is a very, very great man. You can check out some of his videos on YouTube. Just Google Dr. Jack Felder. A lot of information to come up. All the information you want to know about this brother here, just put his name in any search engine, and you'll find some information on this brother. Okay? We're going to be doing this all night long, celebrating the life and times of Dr. Jack Felder. This is what we're doing out here. This is an African warrior we're celebrating here. This is a man that stand here on the front lines fighting for your survival, for you brothers and sisters, for you black family. This is what this brother has done. Oh yes. Oh yes, he's a warrior. He's a scholar. He's a brother. He's a father. Oh yes, that's what we're celebrating here. We're celebrating his life and times. That's what we're doing here. Oh yes. Check it out. Oh yes, that's what we're doing here. Celebrating his life. Celebrating his life. That's what we're doing. This warrior, this master teacher. That's what we're doing here. Celebrating this master teacher. Oh yes.
Peace and Black Power family, love and light. We here with one of the esteemed elders of our community, Brother Melchizedek, with all the supreme wisdom. You can see he's shining. He's 82 years young. He looked better than me, right? Fresh. And I want to congratulate you. First thing first, let me congratulate you on your Sunetta TV Award for Lifetime Achievement, because you've been doing the work well before many of us have been alive. You've been spreading the word and keeping that knowledge right out here and keeping it, like you said, in the streets, accessible, attainable for the community. So we here today. We have the beautiful sisters from the Dahomey behind us in the background, right? This is where they fashion the, you Google it, the Atlanta Black Star has the top 10 female black warriors, clans, and this is when they're from Dahomey, the Dahomey Amazons. They fought the European invaders, the colonizers, tooth and nail until the 20th century. So on that note, we here for Dr. Felder. Yes, sir. We want you to give us some words, your memories. What do you remember about my daddy? Tell me what you remember.
I remember everything your father taught me. And he said no matter how much knowledge and wisdom and understanding that you acquire, make sure that you have economics in your program. Dr. Felder was the God, the father of black consciousness on 125th Street. He wasn't like most of the researchers in a hotel, in a house, or in a building somewhere. He was out here in the street with the grassroots, in the rain, in the cold, in the snow, in the heat. He was out here, even with his medical problem, he was out here showing his knowledge and wisdom, sharing his knowledge, wisdom, understanding with the grassroots. Okay? Dr. Felder always lived. And let me tell you something, and anytime you want to see Dr. Felder, his spirit, his mind, everything about him, his whole persona is right here in his son Nova. Nova is the Dr. Felder. When you see Nova, you're looking at Dr. Felder. Okay, because they are one in the same. What Dr. Felder did, he was so wise. What he did over the years, he put his mind in his son's mind. So he know when he go home, he'll still be here in the shape, form, and fashion of his son, who we call King Nova. Okay. This is the man. He's the man. Now check this. And Nova also is a school teacher, teaching the youth for years. Even though he's professional in the school system, that never stopped him from coming out here, putting up his table, sharing his wisdom with the grassroots. And let me tell you how we do it. First we shovel the snow. After we shovel the snow, then we sweep. After we sweep, we put up the table. After we put up the table, then we put all the conscious material of education available for the people. We do this in the cold, while some of y'all is in Kentucky Fried Chicken, Burger King, and McDonald's, okay, talking black conscience, but you're not out in the street sharing black conscience. And all you researchers, y'all should be out here making available all your research out here amongst the people. The people are in the street. There's always more fish in the ocean than there are fish in the pond. So let's get real here, do the right thing. Dr. Felder lives forever. And what he has taught me, trust me, he has put me in a position, connect me with all the Kwanzaa events. About 10 of them during the year of this month of December. He connected me with all of them, and each one we was there, okay, to share that wisdom with the people, okay. And shout out to Dr. Khalid, Malik Zulu Shabazz did an excellent job at the Grammy, at the Oscar Award that was put on by Sanet.
No, it's not the Oscars. It's called the Patah. The original. Okay. The Patah.
The Patah Award, yes, which surpasses the Oscar Award because the Oscar Award is a white award.
We get Patah,
where
not Oscar.
Sarnetta Pataska is for the grassroots, showing his appreciation of love and respect for him, for them sticking by him over these years. Long live Dr. Felder, and when I say Dr. Felder, I can look at Brother Nova and I see Dr. Felder.
Yes. Peace, love, light, black power. This is one of the most powerful elders I know. We thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Right, this is another one. The brother been on his post. He ain't never retired. He retired from their world to give us more energy in our world. Yes. This is one of the preeminent onc-ticians. You heard that? I coined, no, onc-tician. Onc-tician. The mortician prepare you for the grave. Right. The onc-tician wake the dead and prepares you for life. You understand? That's the onc-tician. So to my onc-ticians out there, this is one of the supreme elders that we have to give homage to and we have to emulate. Right. This is our model, right? From the way he dresses, from the way he talks, carries himself. He just and congratulations to your son who just graduated from high school. Am I correct? Yes. Congratulations. Yes. Brother just turned 18. Yes. And let's talk about him.
Oh yeah. And he's going to he registered in Virginia University. He starts in September.
You see?
Heavy.
Virginia University or Virginia Union?
No, Virginia University.
Okay. University of Virginia.
And he's a master of computers. A master of computers.
Right, and that son is 18. And he's 82. So you see, the man never stopped putting in the work, putting his mind and creating children in his life. So when Melchizedek goes on his supreme journey, his sons, his daughters are all going to be here. So it's about the continuum, right?
Oh, and next the 21st, my daughter Malika Kadir Shabazz is having a huge youth basketball tournament out in Left Right City. Everybody's welcome. All the basketball coaches will be out there.
Give that name slow one more time so that they can find
Malika Kadir Shabazz, Left Rat City.
What's the name of the tournament?
The youth basketball tournament she does every year.
Left Rack City, that's in Queens.
City, that's in Queens.
Yes.
Left Rack City. It'll be there.
Tell everybody where they can find you online.
Oh, on me online, you go to UniversalSupremeShabazarLaw.com. UniversalSupremeShabazarLaw.com.
And what can they find on you?
And you'll find all the publications of Osama bin Laden Muhammad. The Supreme Wisdom books, the Gods and Herbs, the FOI training manual. When you go to my website, just go to publications and you'll see 11 books that I reprint myself. Okay? And one more thing. And make a printout copy of all the lessons. All the lessons. You ain't got to run my ass for no lessons. Go to my website, make a printout copy of all those lessons. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. I pay for it, so make a printout copy of all those lessons. Love you, respect you. Another thing, anybody who don't uphold the reality of the fact that all these Christian preachers are homos, that means they are a homo themselves. There ain't no condoning, ain't none that giving them authorized. All 95% of your preachers are homos, pedophiles, and child molesters. And anybody who try to sympathize with that or try to water it down is because they are a homo themselves. Okay? And all 95% of your rappers are homos. Okay? They all connected with Illuminati, all homos. And the reason why they can't do nothing for the constructive in the community for their people is because they're controlled by the Illuminati. Okay? So anybody that you see trying to dress up the reality or water it down about, oh, we understand the homo or this and that and the other, that's a homo. It ain't no ancestor by. Anytime you try to challenge the nature of God, that means you are a satanic mentality, okay? A homo is a homo, and the goal of a homo is to make you a homo, so don't get close to homos. Peace.
Recruit. Peace and black power. Wisdom from the mouth of the elders on Baba TV. Much respect, God. We love you. You always keep it real. Doesn't he always keep it real? Now you see, that's the type of strength. That's the type of black man you got to become, right? You got to speak truth to power. You get what I'm saying? Keep procreating, black men and women. That's why we the Oncticians. That's the man and the woman together. Come, God. Come on, God.
This is Zaza.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Positive Zabar, Universal Shabazz Allah. Good friend of Melchizedek. Melchizedek's been a...
Tell him how far y'all go back.
Me and Melchizedek go all the way back to 1975 when I was 17 years old.
Before I was born, baby.
Word. And those of us that were looking for spiritual upliftment, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, Mel always kept us fed. You know,
yes.
Always kept us fed. So he's just, you know.
Now you see, this is another one of this is another one of his sons. Everything ain't about being a physical.
Old now.
60.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 60 years old. I knew Mel since I was 17.
Wow.
Yep.
As a teacher.
Now you see, that's what this is about. The continuum, life, legacy, moving forward, passing on. You let me tell you. Let me just say this in front of the elder right here, right? He told you, researchers, that are in the lecture halls in the universities, that you got to come to the street, because this is where the people need it. Now look, let me tell y'all something. Maybe some of y'all don't know, but I got all the white man degrees, right? High school diploma, bachelor's degree. I'm 3 credits, 4 credits away from a master's degree. I've been through the whole system, and let me tell you, I've been a teacher for years. Yes, but let me tell you, my father always taught us that that's not the real world. That you got to come out here, right? I'd say I got my PhD in Negroology from 125th Street. I became an Onctician. That is my craft. I'm an Onctician, right? This I learned right here with all of the drug dealers, the crackheads, the heroin, everything right here. But you know what? That's where, if there was a man by the name of Jesus, because it's symbolism, right? When you read the book, that's who he was with. He was with the real people. He was not wasting teachings up to the Pharisees. His enemies was the Pharisees. So what I'm saying is, you have to humble yourselves and get away from that white capitalistic supremacist mentality, classism, that the people out here are not real or not worthy. No, who else? What are you doing the work for?
And the people in the street, if you want to face reality, they got more wisdom, more knowledge, and wiser than you, because you're still caught up with that white mentality. okay? And you can't get caught in that white. You got to come back into your black mentality.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Read a book called The Miseducation of the Negro. And let me tell you, in that book by Dr. Carter G. Woodson, God rest his soul, that's one of our most powerful ancestors, right? He wrote over 30 books on our experience here in America. And let me tell you what he said, that the white school system, the colleges, have messed up more Negroes than bad liquor. So let me tell you, the most craziest people that I've ever met in my life is the most highly educated black people. Because you have to understand, it's antithetical to your very existence. When you go into a white institution of higher learning, they're teaching you how to destroy your own people. So for you to get a PhD, you could go crazy. Speak to the Dr. Jeffries and the Umars and the people that went through the PhD programs that have survived that madness. And they'll tell you, but the most intelligent people that have analyzed it are out here. Yes.
Now, I gotta watch my bag over there.
I got you.
Right here.
Don't worry.
Listen.
Keep going.
How you gonna come out, go to college, and come out with a doctor's degree and you a homo? And a lesbian, a child molester, a pedophile. Here you got a doctor's degree and you're an alcoholic and a homo. But a doctor's degree, that goes to show you the education, that education is to destroy you, not build you. Right. Because if you go that far in school to be a doctor's degree and you come out a homo?
But you have to understand, that's what they taught them to be. You have to understand, in Western civilization, that is normal. And you have to understand, there's a book that you should read called The African Intimacy by Maldoma's wife. And she talks about how in Western civilization, the people that are highly spiritual are mistaken to be homosexuals because of the Western civilization has a sickness. Those people are not homosexuals.
That's why when you get that's why you come out in the street to 125th Street between 7th and 8th, and we're gonna give you the knowledge of God. Okay, the knowledge of God, where you won't get excited over a man, you'll get excited over a woman like you're supposed to.
The Ankh is life. That's man and woman together. You see? People ask me, why you wear so many Ankhs? Because I'm obsessed with recreating myself. Because I love myself, and I want myself to continue, right? They try to make us not look at women and say it's the Me Too movement. If you speak to a woman, you out of character, you out of place. How else are we supposed to reproduce ourselves? More daughters, more sons, and so on and so forth, and keep our energy alive.
And two homos can produce nothing but more stupidity. Okay. Two homos
brother is kicking the truth.
Yeah, true.
Only thing two homos can do is produce stupidity, ignorance, savagery, animalistic characteristics carried into practice, because in reality they have the same mind of an animal. And I understand that was made in America, but when truth comes to you, no matter what you was accustomed to, you were supposed to make a change. If you don't make a change, that means you love what you are doing.
And on that note, we're going to give the black community black love, black power, black unity. He gave you the message. Y'all know what to do. Spread the message, right? We want to give a shout out to Brother Sarnetta. We want to give a shout out to Brother Ankh in Atlanta. Who else?
Shout out to Baba TV.
Oh, Baba TV all day, every day. Fire every time.
Baba TV.
Fire every. Let me get a fire every time.
Fire every time.
Fire every time. Baba TV.
And Black News 102, House of Consciousness, the award of the century. The award of the century that was put on by Sarnetta. We got to take him up high. Sarnetta, Supreme Sarnetta.
Best award of the decade. The Dr. Jack Felder Award.
Baba TV.
Right.
Peace.
Yo, peace. Black love, black light, black power. Hiya.
I thank him. And you know, he can make the world great with what he was doing for other people.
Yes, indeed. He planted those amazing seeds for all of us to grasp.
My little man came to me telling me that God was a white man. All because of the portrait and the images he's seeing on a daily basis. So we about to...
Mothers?
Yeah, we must keep educating the youth on what's real.
Your sons are the original Christ men. Hair of lamb's wool, feet of brass.
Okay.
Yes.
Show him your photo. Tell him who you got, MJ.
This is what he came today at the table. I was there. I was a witness. He's like, Daddy, I want that book, Muhammad Ali. Not the small book. I want the big book.
Take that with you, go, brother. You scared to be on TV now.
Nah, it's okay. So, peace and love, young brother. What's your name? MJ. Shout out to MJ and Daddy. Mike. Daddy Mike in the house. Harlem representing 125th. This is brother IET Blues just stepping in the fold for a second. Want to give a shout out to Baba TV Every Time Fire. Give thanks for the opportunity just to share a little something. Again, we are here celebrating Dr. Jack Felder and his great works that he has done in the Harlem community.
Come get DJ Dave, you know what I'm saying, be the MC. I'm also available, you know what I'm saying, you know, MC Nova out of Queens. I ain't from Queensbridge though, you ain't crushing me. But anyway, respect them at Damien435 at AOL.com, Damien435. And let's give him much thanks. Everybody, can y'all give him a round of applause? Let's play some tunes to lead the people in 125th Street with this Dr. Jack Felder did.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully we'll make this a Harlem holiday, or eventually a statewide holiday, and of course eventually a worldwide holiday. Dr. Jack Felder, may you rest in power.
You have to apologize that I forgot your name right now.
That's right. Brother Herman.
We're doing the
Brother Herman.
Small.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks you. You know what I'm saying? The opticians are in the building. We're the life bearers, bringing it back and waking the people up every day, one step at a time, through positive resistance. BB2, Black Power, Black Love, Black Unity.